Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. As you may know, there was a big patch yesterday that actually introduced the Goblins, Gnomes expansion into the arena. So the expansion's not fully out yet. It won't be for 3 more days, but they've been tinkering with the arena, or so it says. You can see now this button's all highlighted. If you log in between now and December 8th, you actually get a free arena run. So make sure you do that, because that's 150 gold. It's a free pack and whatever. So definitely make sure you do that before the expansion comes out. I'm in the middle of one though, so let's go ahead and finish up this mage run. I think I got a daily quest to win some games with mage, so it'd be nice to get 2 more wins here before calling it a dippity-doozle day. But if I lose now, I'm also not going to be that upset about it, I think, because yeah, 8 wins is pretty good. Alright, up against the Shaman, that was one of my 2 losses. Here we're up against Shady the 15th. Long line of Shadies, which he is a proud upholder of. This is a pretty bad opening hand, so it's really good to be second. The worse your hand is, the bigger of an advantage it is to be second, so you can mulligan more, and we get actually not a bad hand. Alright, so we got a turn 1 play here and a turn 2 play. As before in my other game against the Shaman, of course, Shamans are the world's best mana worm killers. With 2 spells, Lightning Bolt and Rock Biter weapon, that will do it. You obviously always hope for Lightning Bolt because that'll overload him next turn. The Rock Biter means he takes the damage to the face, but it's pretty immaterial. Now we have to decide what to play next turn, the Berserker or the Apprentice. Well, let's just wait and see what he does before making any decisions. Alright, I could play the Coin, which would buff the mana one, which would kill that totem, but I don't think that's actually worth it. I'm actually going to play the Berserker here. So the reason for the Berserker is that if he were to play something big, I could ping the Berserker and deal up to 5 damage with it. Hey, look, so Goblin Gnomes cards are in the arena now. This is a new Shaman card. And this is a really, really good weapon, as you can see. So because he's got this thing out here, I'm actually just going to play the Mad Scientist. I'm going to not play the Sorcerer's Apprentice, because this way he's going to be encouraged to use the Power Mace against the Mana Worm instead of the Sorcerer's Apprentice, which I'd like to keep around for later, perhaps. That's a pretty good weapon. So Shamans now actually get another... Well, no, sorry. Shamans get a Fiery War Axe. It's overcosted by 1, and it has an effect. So it's similar in that regard to the Eaglehorn Bow. But I'd say the Eaglehorn Bow is probably overall a better card. I mean, unless you obviously have mechs, in which case I guess it's easier to have a mech out than it is to have a secret get triggered. So I guess the Power Mace maybe is better than the Eaglehorn Bow, or at least in the same arena. In any case, I'm annoyed. Shamans already have enough ways of killing cheap creatures. Giving them a Fiery War Axe, I think, has a bigger impact on the game than giving that to hunters. So now he did get a mech out, so that is going to get +2/+2. This is just really annoying. Wow, this guy really pulled off the mech draft here. So this sucks. This thing has Wind Fury, and it's a 5/4, which I can't actually kill at the moment. Which means I don't think I can really afford to like coin into a Spectrum Knight or anything. Got a Cone of Cold here. Did that thing do anything? Add a spare part card to your hand. I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay, we'll hit him in the face. This is going all the way bad. So my introduction to Goblins versus Gnomes is that it sucks, because it's making me lose. If he hadn't had that axe and this mech crap, I'd be doing a whole lot better. Flame Tongue Totem. Okay, this is getting very desperate. I can't swap him in his attack and health. Wow, alright. Oh my god, that was an epic Spellbender. Holy crap, after being totally useless all game, Spellbender suddenly is my MVP because it lets me kill this Whirling Zappomatic. Okay, he got a Healing Totem which did heal this back up, which is actually a little bit unfortunate, so now I have to make a tough choice. If this were at 3 health, I could have, just killed it. Now I have to either kill it and throw away my Mana Worm or kill it and ping. But you know what, that's okay. We'll throw away the Mana Worm. It's not the end of the world. Play Spectral Knight. Sucks that he's got this totem that, can attack and stuff, but I think that's okay. This thing, Shamans have a really difficult time dealing with. Even a Fire Elemental wouldn't do it. Alright. What's he gonna do? He's gonna play Feral Spirit? Okay, well this is pretty great actually. Because now I got a pretty big Flame Strike with the coin that I saved up. Yeah, there's just nothing remotely as good as Flame Strike here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit him in the face. Now, the reason I'm hitting him in the face is I want to ping this thing to death. There's a risk, of course, that he plays more overload cards, but I'll take that risk. And he does not have another overload, nor does he play a totem. He's actually going to throw it away, which makes sense, because it was going to get pinged off anyway. Pretty smart. Abusive Sergeant, pretty nice top deck here, because it allows me actually to kill off the Yeti with my Wolf Rider, keep my untargetable guy alive, play a Sorcerer's Apprentice. Wow, this game turned all the way around. Unlike the other Shaman game where I had an advantage at the beginning and then he just overwhelmed me, this guy had an advantage at the beginning, but I hung in there. And Spellbender, well, it really earned its keep in this run, or at least in this game. Shoot. Alright, 50-50 odds on this Spectral Knight. That's a big coin flip. And I win the coin flip, so okay, luck is still on my side here. Oh man, I'm gonna just kill this totem and pick his face. So, you could say, Boris, why didn't you hit him? Try to gear up for a Pyroblast. Let's just play it safe here. I've got two pretty big minions. I don't want to take any chances here. He's got the Fire Elemental, okay. Alright, well, now we gotta make a choice. I could throw this Smith away for a card against this Fire Elemental, or I could hit him and then ping him down to, unfortunately, only 11 health. But then, of course, the Arcane Missiles, he plays a healing card. You know what? Let's go for it. Hit him. Play Arcane Missiles. And I'll ping. I don't need to ping the Elemental, so I'll just ping his face for some extra insurance. Okay, so now we're gearing up for Pyroblast next turn. And the line of the Shadies might be ending here. I just need a little bit of luck. He's going to Hex my Cult Master to stop me from getting a card when the Spiteful Smith dies. Stormer Champion is a nice big card. Okay, so he knows he's in a precarious position because I've still got this thing I can hit him with. 4, 7, 8. I'm not going to dick around though. We're just going to Pyroblast. I could have survived another turn. I was nearly at full health, so I could have just hit him down to 5, down to 4, down to 1, and then pinged him to death. He didn't have a healing card, but let's just get the kill right now. Alright. I don't know why this is all highlighted. I guess it's because of Goblins versus Gnomes. But we're up to 9 wins. I haven't been at 9 wins in, I think, at this point, approximately 15 years. So that's really exciting, and 10 wins would be great as well. Alright. Well, that was great. After bitching about how Goblins vs. Gnomes was ruining my life, I ended up winning the game thanks to an unbelievably good Spellbender. Butterbeard, the Paladin. That is one of the best names I think I've ever seen. Butterbeard. Oh my god. Alright, well, we make the obvious play here, keeping a 2-drop. Can I get a Mana Worm? I cannot. Mana Worm would have been great, of course, against the Paladin. Being second would have been great, so I could actually play something on turn 1, but whatever. Can't have everything that you want. Please just pass the turn. Please pass the turn. Please pass the turn. Please pass the turn. Pass the turn. Out, you motherfucker. Shielded Minibot. Oh my god, wow. I gotta say, this is some annoying ass crap. That's a really good minion. How on earth is that even... How on earth is that a thing? I can't believe that's a thing. Jesus Christ. Well, I could play the Sorcerer's Apprentice and Arcane Missiles, but that really wouldn't do very much because this thing would only have a 1 in 8 chance of dying. I'd have to hit all 3. So I'm going to ping it off. I don't really see any reason to put the Sorcerer's Apprentice out just to die. Basically, I can either pop the Divine Shield by playing Sorcerer's Apprentice, or I can pop it by pinging. Pinging's not great here, but it's better than nothing. Alright, so that just happened. Now, I think I'm going to take a little risk. We're going to do the Geomancer and then Arcane Missile. So I get 4 missiles with this. Okay, good odds. Alright, that was perfect. As long as only one of them hit his face, both of his minions were going to die. And now, I'm not even ahead, actually. I just basically am equal. This sucks. This sucks a lot of dongs, to be totally honest, because this plus this still isn't going to kill it. So I'm going to have to, like, spend 3 cards killing this thing. And, even then I'm only going to get a random minion, which may or may not be anything good. Okay, 2 hit that, which isn't as great as it could have been. Okay, well, tough start here. But on the other hand, if I do pull up a Tiger or a Spiteful Smith or a Sea Giant with this Death Lord, I could be okay. Flying Machine with 1/4 with Wind. That's actually all right. That is actually not a bad card. Please do not buff the Death Lord. I buffed the Death Lord. So Cult Master is tempting, but the problem is because the Death Lord got buffed, I can't kill this and draw a card. That's actually a really, really, really big deal that just happened. Well, so we're gonna have to do this. Use the ping on this. Get a minion. Hopefully it's something good. Defender of Argus. Of course, the battle card does not trigger. My fucking Christ. Man, if this had just buffed the Flying Machine, I would have been in much better shape. I could have played Cult Master, thrown that in, gotten a card. Oh, but now life is just terrible. So again, Goblins versus Gnomes. Actually, no, Goblins versus Gnomes. No, it did, because he had that stupid 2/2 Divine Shield. God, that is a ridiculous minion. I can't believe there's a 2/2 Divine Shield. And now he's going to do that, so he gets to hit me for 3 and kill a creature of mine. He now gets to trade the Young Priestess in. Life is terrible. Well, we'll play the Spectral Knight. This is a little bit difficult for Paladins to deal with, and hopefully he doesn't have any more Dark Iron Dwarves. Obviously, if he has one of those or an Abusive Sergeant, he can just trade, and then I'm totally fucked. Cult Master's not very good here because I don't have anything that's going to go away. So I've got a couple of main options here. One option, I could Cone of Cold his team, and the advantage is that it lets me draw cards. Or play Cult Master. I could also Flame Strike, which would kill everything right away, but Cone of Cold leaves open the possibility of Flame Striking more stuff. At 6 mana, the best you could do is play this. I'm going to go for the Cone of Cold. Well, let me draw cards. Always draw cards first. Got a Tiger, which is good. A Bear, which is good. Okay. Well, it's Cone of Cold. I know the old saying is don't let Paladins keep creatures, and I know I'm taking a risk, but you know, when you're behind, take risks. If he plays another, say, Silverhand Knight or something, and then I can get a really, really big Flame Strike off, that would be great. If he plays like a 7 mana minion, I'm screwed. Taunt can't be targeted by hero powers or spells. Wow. That's decent. Jesus. Okay, well, we're going to Flame Strike here. Flame Strike made a little bit less good by the fact that he gets a card for the Acolyte, and he gets the damage onto my guy. Man, Goblins versus Gnomes. I am actually at a disadvantage here. That's my conclusion from 2 games. I am at a huge disadvantage that I am playing this game without Goblins and Gnomes when everyone else has Goblins and Gnomes. That is just freaking insane. These power levels. Alright, we're going to drop the Cult Master here. We're going to put a Grizzly down to block the Ventricle Mercenary. And I could ping this or I could play the Young Priestess. Well, the Young Priestess is not likely to matter because this thing kills anything, even with health buffs. I'd run in and kill the Ventricle Mercenary if I could, but I can't. I don't think the Young Priestess makes a difference. I'm going to ping off that Recruit, and we're going to hit him in the face. So, game plan here, I mean, I got a chance of winning. If he actually does just kill this Grizzly, and I can attack with both of these at his face, he'll be down to 11. And then I can almost Pyroblast him to death. I get a card, which is good. That's actually good as well. Restore full attack. What the ballsack Christ? Oh my god, that's terrible. Well, at least his health stays the same because he did take the damage, but that prevents me from dealing damage to him. Fuck my goddamn life. Wow. Wow. Alright, how do we do this? I think we have to play the Tiger here and just pray he doesn't have any taunts. I think I have to hit him in the face. Gotta go for it. So Tiger plus Pyroblast is the win. Now he's got 7, 9, 10. I'm at 11. He can't play minions. I think more minions is better than getting that ping off. So we'll... Or no, hang on. What am I talking about? Basically, I can either ping this, and then I can play the Farseer. Or I can just play the Spiteful Smith, which is bigger. For some extra insurance. Against him playing a taunt, let's say. Oh gosh, it's a tough call. I want to kill that Recruit, so we'll do this. No point healing off this guy because he's gonna die to the Ventricle Mercenary. Anyway, we'll ping off the Recruit. So my threat now is Tiger Uppercut. Nope, Tiger Pyroblast. And hopefully he doesn't have a taunt. I mean, if he has a taunt, I'm gonna be very hard pressed to win this if I don't get Pyroblast. Blessing of Kings, that's ho-hum. It's old original cards. Argent Protector, more like Argent Schmatactor. So he's going to actually take the time to kill my stuff because he can't kill me, but that does leave me with the kill. Old Pyroblast. I'm gonna give myself some props for winning these games against people who actually had the opportunity to get the Goblins versus Gnomes cards in the arena. Because I did not, obviously, with this deck. So yeah, I'll give myself that credit. I totally will. Alright, up to 10 wins, made a daily quest. Life's great. Life is freaking great. Especially considering how badly I've been playing lately, making up to 10 wins with a handicap is impressive to me. And you know what? If no one else is going to be proud, I bet my mother is. She's going to be totally proud of me. The proudest. Alright, what do we got here? Not a terrible opening hand. I will get rid of the stupid monkey. Keep the Frostbolt in case she plays something early on. I'll keep the bear in case I don't get anything better. And in fact, I don't. She mulligans 3 of her 4 cards. Keeps this one. Pyromancer. I got a 2-drop. This is the new Gizmo Tech stage. It's got lots of cool looking stuff, but nothing actually does anything. Alright, Abusive Sergeant is not a bad play, like I've said many times before, because basically it makes me to spend my turn pinging it, so she goes down a card, but she gets some tempo with that, because otherwise I would have had this Pyromancer on the board. Oh, this looks cool. Can I shoot it? Wow, I can shoot it. That's awesome. Alright, she has an egg. As I've said, I don't think egg is that great in the arena, but with Goblins versus Gnomes, who the hell knows? Okay, that was not bad. She now gets to kill my bear with the help of her hero ability and get a 4/4. That sucked. A big honkin' dong stew. So here what I think I'm going to do is just play this Pyromancer. You might say, Boris, why do that? You could just Frostbolt and ping this and then kill that later, but let's just kill both of them now. Because I'm now playing her game. I'm trying to get her to ping this Pyromancer instead of playing a real 4-drop. Unfortunately, because of that egg and the Abusive Sergeant, she's ahead on cards, as you can see. Puddle Stomper. Alright, that's just a 3/2 Murloc, huh? Not the sexiest of the new cards, for sure. Alright, there's no reason to play the Priestess because this thing would die just as easily, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ping that thing to encourage her to trade it against my Mad Scientist and get my Spellbender out. I guess you could say Goblins versus Gnomes did help me win against that Shaman, because that Spellbender thing was crazy. Wow, did he really... oh, she played the coin and she got that thing. Crap. I'm in some deep-ass trouble here. Well, let's drop this. Run that in there. Get my Spellbender. Draw a card, which is not good. Ping that off. And what I'm doing here basically is just trying to trade the Cult Master for the Lord of the Arena, plus the fear of that being a mirror entity might persuade her not to play a big minion. She knows it's not Ice Armor or Vaporize. She might be more afraid of playing a big minion now. She chose to keep the Cult Master alive, though, which is an interesting choice. She has... God damn, Water Elemental does not die to Flame Strike. Ah, sucks. That just sucks. Sucks a load of dongs, it does. Sucks a load of dongs. So is there even a point to playing Flame Strike here? I don't think there's actually a point to playing Flame Strike anymore. We'll just play the Tiger. Run that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and play the Young Priestess here. My thinking is maybe she'll attack it with the Water Elemental. And then the Water Elemental will then die to Flame Strike. But she could, of course, just ping the Priestess, so I don't know how well this plan's actually going to work. Yeah, she pings it. Still have dealt 0 damage to her this game, which is awesome. And she's dealt a lot to me, so I'm actually getting close to being burned out. Another one? Are ya goddamn kidding me? Well, I have to make a very ugly move here. We're gonna... I mean, I could Flame Strike, but it doesn't even do me any good. Well, Flame Strike, they're both at 2 health, and I can play Arcane Missiles and... Alright, let's play the Arcane Missiles first before committing all that mana to the Flame Strike. Let's see what actually happens. That's what happens? Okay. Well... Let's put this guy in here. Sure. Why not? Ping that one. Pretty blatantly signaling I have a Flame Strike, but I don't care at this point. Let's see what we can do here. She might think I was just putting it within range of the Abomination, but I doubt it. Because this thing, yeah, never mind. That's clearly not what she's thinking. It explodes. I like that thing. That thing's pretty cool. I wonder if I can you actually hit something else on the map with it? Probably not. I guess you can aim it at your opponent's face. Just... Yeah, I'm definitely far behind here. I can't burn her out or anything close to it. Just gonna ping it to death, which is pretty smart. Just gonna freeze my guy. Again, playing things that do not die to Flame Strike. She's really trying to burn me out. It's pretty blatant. Well, I have no choice here. I would like to play the Mana Worm and Flame Strike, but I don't have such luxuries available to me. Let's Flame Strike to kill her 2 minions. Pass the turn. If she's got 2 fireballs, it's over. I have to deal 13 damage to her somehow before I can pop Pyroblast for the win. That's really unlikely. Goblin Stalker. Ugh. Okay. Well, not a bad minion actually. It's pretty good. It's vanilla stats plus stealth. She probably morphs the tiger or tries to. Spellbender actually is useful here, saving my tiger and still giving me a sheep. If it were counterspell, I wouldn't have the sheep. So what's she gonna do? She's actually gonna ping the tiger. Well, it's all right. It leaves my sheep around to deal some extra damage. I'm okay with that. So actually, this is an interesting moment. How do we use the Defender of Argus? Because clearly we got to use this. Buffing the monkey seems like a decent plan. Do I want to buff the sheep? She can ping it to death, otherwise, if I buff the sheep, she can kill it with the stalker, but I think it's actually worth it to buff the sheep, because if it's going to die anyway, I might as well have it die in Sally. I might say, Boris, why didn't you buff your tiger? Well, I want my tiger actually to be protected. I want the tiger to get in as many licks as it can. Of course, if she has Flame Strike, I lose the game, but buffing that wouldn't have saved it from Flame Strike. Yes, I do lose if she has Flame Strike right now, but I don't know. Maybe that's why she didn't ping the sheep, is because she has Flame Strike, but why would she ping the tiger? The tiger was dead at Flame Strike anyway. Fuck my life. Alright, well, I am 5 hit points short of killing her. Out of time here. I need a big minion, and I get that. Well, it's not really going to do it, but I'll ping her face, because there's no reason to ping this. Shoot, I really should have guarded against Flame Strike, shouldn't I? I could have, like, held back the Mana Worm or something. Ah, crap. So here I am, 4 hit points shy of killing her. She has a tiger, so I'm just about to die. She has a cone of cold. She's going to freeze this, so she can keep attacking past it. Alright, she's threatening 5, 7, 8, so she's any more damage and she wins. Geomancer is not going to save me. But I'll play it. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Never know. She needs just 1 more damage to kill me. Not hard for a mage to come by 1 damage. And that'll do it. Doopity-doo. Ooh, that was a fast concede. Didn't have to wait for her to play all of her damn minions. Anyway, that'll do it. So thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. The video is not over, though, because we got to use our free arena ticket to play another run. What a great way to celebrate a successful run. Play another one. Pretty great. Okay. Well, the boxes look different. I swear they look a little bit more gnomey. All gold all the time. They look different for sure, how they came out or anything. That is a lot. 260, 375. That's like 2 arena tickets. It actually puts me above 10,000. Sweet dong Jesus. Alright, let's update my stats sheet. Wow, mage has been so hit or miss for me. 12, 4, 5, 10, 2, 10. So either absolute shit or absolute fantasticness. So can I use my free arena ticket? Yeah, there's my free arena ticket. We're going to be Warrior, Rogue, or Druid. Okay, so Warrior and Druid are the 2 that I have played with the least. Because I've been doing badly lately, let's go ahead and see which one is the better one of the 2. The better one is Druid, so we're going to do Druid. You are right to awaken. I wonder what new cards Druid got. Hopefully they're ridiculously overpowered. Give each player a mana crystal or each player draws a card. Ah, that's interesting. I'll do this. A 2-4 for 3 is actually really good. I don't like that you have to benefit your opponent from it, but at least you benefit yourself, so that should come out in the wash. Anyway, the other 2 cards are pretty mediocre. Alright, buffing or charging. Let's go for the charging. Alright, early play or nice removal. I'm going to take the Starfire. I find that that's really, really good in the end game to be able to kill something and draw a card, and also it goes for the face. Goblin Stalker, nifty looking minion, but I don't think I want to take that over a Claw. Ogre Brute, 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. Alright, we'll try this out, right? I mean, that's what we're here for. It's a 4/4 for 3, so that's obviously really, really good stats. But, I don't know how bad it is that it might have a chance. Like, it might still attack the right enemy. It might not matter who it attacks. I mean, yeah, we'll just leave it alone. Spectre Knight's a very good 5-drop. Druids, of course, have Druid of the Claw and a bunch of expensive stuff, so here I'm not going to pass on a buff. We'll take the buff this time. Death Rattle, give each player a spare part. So it's a Chillwind Yeti. It gives a benefit to both players. Alright, we'll try it. We'll see it. I mean, it's still a Chillwind Yeti. Just because it might help my opponent doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. So I could take card draw or spell damage. Again, I really like this Kobold Geomancer as time goes on, so we'll take that. Your max costs 1 less. I'll take this. This is vanilla stats plus a decent benefit. This is a mech. Wow, so you can play that on turn 3. I think you gotta go for it. That's not a mech, but yeah, we'll gotta go for that. The Acolyte's nice and all, but I've got a lot of 3-drops. Alright, we get a legendary. Unfortunately, none of the new legendaries. None of the ones from Gnomes. This is obviously unplayable garbage. So, Lothib is decent. A 5/5 for 5 with a decent battle cry is fine, but I'm gonna take Nat because I have passed on all my card draw, so we'll take him. Alright, Jeeves. At the end of each player's turn, that player draws until they have 3 cards. It's a mech, I could play it more cheaply, but it actually, I don't know. Let's see what this is. If you control a secret at the end of your turn, restore, oh, well, crap. A 1/4 for 4 is really lame, and I don't need this. I mean, I have a pretty slow deck. I'm not going to be able to use this. So, I guess we're taking the Illuminator, but I'm not happy because obviously Druids don't have secrets, and, you know, it's another 3, which I don't want. This isn't good. Well, Soul of the Forest, I mean, it could be good in some cases. I don't know. Naturalize. We'll try Naturalize. It's not something I'm super jazzed about playing, but whatever. Alright, Matter Bomber. Ho. Well, luckily Starfall is there. Alright, another Shattered Sun Cleric, or this Panda. Well, is there anything I could do with the Panda at the moment? That kind of, but not really. No, yes. Alright. I just hate chuck clogging 3-drops, so we'll take a 4-drop there. Whenever you summon a pirate, deal 2 damage. Well, I don't have any pirates here. I'm glad they're making pirates suck a little less. We'll take the endgame damage plus early game removal. Golem is tempting, but I'm going to take the Inventor. I've passed on a lot of card draw, and I'm sick of 3-drops. Druid of the Claw is fantastic. I'll take another one of those, honestly. I don't want an Archmage. I don't think it's quite good enough. I've already got spell damage, so we'll take the Inventor and hope I get something nice later on. Fen Creeper I don't really want. We'll take the Wolf for some buffing. There's Jeeves again. Target Dummy. Well, it doesn't really work with Mech Warper because it's already cheap, so that seems actually just garbage. It's like a Taunt Totem. We'll take another Starfall. Alright, Wild Growth, I guess. Stone Splitter Trug. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, gain +1 attack. Wow, that seems cool. So this is a 3/2, or later on it could buff things up, and it'll be good. This looks nifty, though. I'm going to try it. We'll see how that works. Okay, still getting nothing but 3s. Take another Wolf. Alright, I need some big stuff, actually. So I'm going to take Frostwolf Warlord over the Zombie Chow, even though I'm not that jazzed about that card. This looks bad. I've already got a bunch of 2s. We'll take another Starfire for some endgame potential. Moonfire! No thanks. Savage Roar, I think, for some more removal and endgame potential. Alright, so there's the Ironbark. Now I have taken some... You know, I took Starfire and Frostwolf Warlord pretty aggressively, and I have... Well, I've got 4, 5, 6 cards at 5 or more. I don't think I really want this Ironbark. We'll take a buff. Cult Master is always a card I'm happy to see. Savagery does actually work with the Savage Roar that I have, and with Claw. I could also take this Matter Bomber. Oh my god, this is such a dumbass card, honestly. Honestly, it doesn't even have the appropriate stats. This is 4 mana stats for a 5 mana minion. 6 damage randomly. I'm taking. I know there's gonna be people who are angry, like, come on, Boris, take the Matter Bomber. But no, I'm not gonna do it. I think that card is bad. I think it's bad for my curve because I've already got a lot of 5s and 2 6s. So already a 5th of my deck is 5 and up, which is a lot. I don't think I was the right choice there. I'll take it later. I promise. I'll take it later. What I regret about this draft is probably, apart from how bad it was, because I think I got a pretty shitty draft here, is the fact that I took a Wolf over an Ooze. I think I'd rather, if I have 2 Wolves, take an Ooze instead. Okay, so pretty bad opening hand. I'll keep this in case I get nothing better. Alright, well, that's actually not bad. So, probably not going to use the coin. I guess the problem with the Ogre Brute is basically if your opponent has a minion out, there's a 50% chance you're going to hit his face instead of the minion. I guess that's... We'll see how bad that really is. I don't know. Do I coin out this Trog? Not really, because what if he just kills it with... Well, what would he kill it with? Hunters? How do they kill a 3 toughness thing? Okay, so normally I'd say don't do this because if they kill it, that's bad for you, but I don't know how he's going to kill this. Then again, next turn, what am I doing? Shapeshifting? Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to use the coin. We'll just pass the turn. Let's wait and see what he does. Can I turn off the smokestack? Alright, he's got a slow start here, which is good for me. Alright, we're not going to do the coin here. Let's just play that guy, see what he wants to do. I guess it's unlikely the opponent would cast a spell that doesn't kill this thing. Oh, he has the bow. Alright, well, luckily both of my guys actually survived that bow. Alright, we'll see what happens with this brute. I have a bad feeling about this, because you really need to get board control, so a 50% chance of not killing your opponent's minion is kind of bad. So yeah, I really want to kill this Leok, and maybe I won't. You know, that's a little bit dicey. Naturalize! Okay. Let's just, I guess, see if this goes through. Okay, it does. So, I'm gonna think. I can play Cult Master, which would goad him into using the bow on the Cult Master, leaving this thing alive, but I actually don't mind him using the bow on this because it's not a reliable minion. I could coin this to get a 5/5, but let's save the coin. Let's play the Illuminator here. Pass the turn. So it's just a 2/4 for 3, which I think is solid. I'm glad that neutral characters can now get a 2/4 for 3. It's not a constructed worthy card, obviously, if you don't have secrets, but I think it's still okay. And it's nice to have some rares in the game that don't suck, like some more good rares to diminish the possibility of rare sucking. Alright, he's actually going to kill my brute. He's got this golem and this thing, which survives Starfall, unfortunately, because I don't have a Kobold Geomancer. Savage Roar is intriguing. It's intriguing, but I don't think it's correct. I think I'm going to play the Warlord, just get a 5/5 out while I can. I don't have any other minions out, so, you know, might as well. With Savage Roar, I could have killed this Golem, but I don't know. Let's hit him in the face, see what he wants to do. So he can kill this by running both of his minions at it. Then his minions will both be left with 1 health. Then Starfall would be good. Tundra Rhino. Oh, bet. Do you actually have a 1-mana beast? He actually does. I don't think it actually helps him that much. Oh, he's going to kill the Warlord. Okay, that's maybe even better. No, it's not, because Starfall's not really good here, and I have a hard time killing the Rhino. Nah, it's not great. Okay. Well, here what we're going to do is nothing fancy. I'm just going to Starfall for the 5 damage. And I don't see myself... Do I see myself using the coin? Because I can coin Shapeshift to kill this off, or I can take 2 damage. I'll save the coin. That's a risk. I don't know that the coin's going to be useful. But, next turn I could maybe coin for standard Storm and Knight plus Cult Master. That would be a really good use of the coin. Better than, I think, saving 2 health on this thing. If you control a secret... Man, that is actually... I mean, that if you can actually do that, that's... So it's a first, actually. It's an ongoing way of dealing health. Motherfucker. Ah, God, that was just the worst thing. That was just the worst thing. Alright, so now I can't really do much. I could buff this up to be a 3/5. Can't kill that, though. Ugh. I could kill this thing, give him a secret, which I don't know what the point of that would be. I mean, he's going to get it no matter what. I could do this in Savage Roar, but that doesn't let me quite kill the Stampeding Kodo. Shit. Alright. Let's do it anyway. Savage Roar here. I will kill the Mad Scientist with that, give him a secret, and see if he's going to trigger... Oh, he doesn't actually even have a thing! Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to hit him, and I want to say why. The reason I'm going to hit this thing is so it'll die to a Starfall. And if he wants to trade it now with my Stormwind Knight, he totally can. But the thing is, if I didn't hit him, this would have dropped back to being a 2/2. Shit, is he really going to play a beast? Oh my god, this is ridiculous. This is total insanity. Alright, you have to be very careful how you do this. You first have to shapeshift and hit the hyena. If you starfall first, then the hyena would get buffed before it died. Can't use the... Actually, is it worth it to use the coin to wild growth? No, of course, because I can just save the wild growth for a card later. Okay, so he's got 4, I've got 4, equal life. Okay, I guess it's his game right now because he has the first play on this empty board. Auto Mage, not the most impressive card ever. Raid Leader, also not the most impressive card. Of course, I don't have any impressive cards myself. This is just weak sauce right here. Ugh. Ah, alright. Well, giving each HE mana crystal would, I mean, I can cast Wild Growth, and it basically does nothing to give us each a mana crystal, but I'd actually rather each of us get a card. I bet, because I have the first use of the cards, that I can get some value out of it, and my bet is the correct bet. So we will kill off that Raid Leader. And I am clearly never going to use that coin now, so I will now coin for the Shattered Sun Cleric. Buff the 2/3 or buff the 2/4. Alright, let's go for the bigger overall minion here. Okay. He's got 4 cards. 5, I have 6-ish. Naturalize, of course. It's good and bad. If he plays anything huge, I can kill it. Oh, he has another bow. God damn it. That sucks. I know he has no more secrets, at least, so this is just a Fiery War Axe, but still, a Fiery War Axe is pretty good. Can't get a Cult Master out, of course. Defender of Argus will allow him not quite to kill anything, which is good. Please stop, please stop, please stop. Oh, that was good because that damages to the point where I can throw it in for a card if I can only get a Cult Master. Please do not kill my Stormwind Knight. Okay, this is where the game hinges on, is whether or not it kills the Stormwind Knight. This right here. Mech Warper, okay, don't care. Don't care, in fact I can kill it with the Grove Tender. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, thank God. Alright. So always draw cards first. Let's first get our card. Boopity boop. Direwolf. Well, Direwolf Alpha, does it help? I definitely want to do this. And I could play the wolf, which would let this get buffed and kill that thing. Or I could shapeshift to kill this Dalaran Mage. Because I don't need the buff on this guy to kill his Mech Warper. The wolf would just die to the Defender of Argus. I don't think it actually makes sense to play the wolf. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll draw. Oh, I should have done this after running in to get the card, of course. Okay, it didn't matter, thankfully. Kill that off. Kill this off. It's unfortunate that the Cult Master now will die to the Defender, I suppose, but maybe that's why I should have played the wolf. No, because he can kill this with the bow and then kill the wolf with the Defender. So yeah, we'll play the Mech Warper because it doesn't die to the Defender. He can use the Defender to kill the Cult Master, use the bow to kill this, but he's going to want to kill the Grove Tender, I reckon. Multi-shot, oh fuck. Well, that's a good way of doing things. So it's close. I mean, it's anyone's game. It's good that I'm a druid so I can counteract his hero ability somewhat. It's very important right now. Now, Mission Metro is an incredibly good card here. Now, do I play it first? Or do I play this first so I can get this down? I'm gonna think, because I can play this and then play the Panda anyway, and then reuse this later for more cards, but that's a bit greedy. I think I need the board presence, so I'm gonna play the Panda first, then the Inventor, so I can keep both on the board right now. Nat Pagel, alright, yeah, I'll definitely want to play that. So, let's see, he can get me down to 10 this turn with 2 cards. He's not likely to be able to kill me. I need to start shapeshifting every turn and killing everything he plays so that I can avoid getting burned out. Death Rattle, summon a random 2. That is a really good card. It is an incredibly good card. It's at least it's 4 mana, so you're paying something for it. But it's a good card. So now the wolf comes into play. Okay, so now the wolf is finally handy here. Ooh, Mark of Nature. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna first play the wolf, and I want to see what this random 2-cost minion is before we. I mean, I could buff this up so that it doesn't die. Let's do that. I think that makes sense. Let's buff this up so it doesn't die when it runs into this Piloted Shredder. Could have been an Ironbark Protector. Do I regret it? Not exactly. I guess an Ironbark would have been better here, but Doomsayer! Oh, hilarious. Well, I don't want all the minions to die, so the wolf is MVP right here. I can kill this Doomsayer. That too much fuss. Hang on to naturalize. Okay, now I'm winning. I've got 4 health minions. It's gonna be difficult for him to kill him. Got a good board. Got enough health that he can't steady shot me to death. All right, now things are good. Swordsmith is just a terrible card right here. I get lucky. My opponent gets a really bad top deck. And he's not going to run that into the Gnomish Inventor or anything. Claw's a very good card here. So we'll Claw, Shapeshift, kill that thing off, that thing off. 11 health is pretty safe because he has no cards and I can heal 1 per turn. So now, threatening lethal. It's got to have an answer. It's that simple. So overall, I guess Goblins versus Gnomes, despite my bitching in that mage run, has been pretty good for me. I did manage to win 2 games to get up to 10 with the mage, and my first game with the druid went pretty well, considering I did not like the deck that I drafted very much. There's no swipes here. I got some Goblins versus Gnomes cards, but there doesn't seem to be any powerhouses, really. I mean, there's some very, very solid ones, like the 2/3 that has a benefit, and the Chillwind Yeti that has a effect. I wouldn't call it a benefit per se, because it benefits you and your opponent. But, so far, so good. Warlock. Alright, Stevan, the Warlock. Okay. Note that there have been some changes to the cards. I'm eating some chocolate, begging your pardon. Rittersport, chocolate. They have these like Christmas special Rittersports. This one is Winter Edition caramelized almonds. Really good. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the changes in order from, I think, least to most significant. Least significant is probably that Flare now costs 2 mana instead of 1. Then Gadgetzan Auctioneer costs 6 up from 5. And most significant is that Soulfire now costs 1 mana rather than 0. That I think is huge. That's a really, really big change. I mean, Gadgetzan Auctioneer was kind of a borderline card for the arena anyway. Flare, who cares? Okay, so the cycling card got more expensive. Don't even see flares that much. But, and again, I'm talking about this from the arena standpoint. I think most of these were inspired by rank. Does he actually have Mortal Coil? No, he has Demon Fire. Okay, that's better than Mortal Coil, because obviously Mortal Coil would have given him a card. Okay, I could play this, but let's just kill that right now. So yeah, Soulfire costing 1 mana instead of 0, that's a big implication for Warlocks in the arena. Dramatically changes the game. Alright, so there's Ogre Brute. Yeah, I guess facing off against him doesn't feel that great, because he might hit your right minion, you know. Alright, I'm going to do Stormwind Knight. He didn't have Immortal Coil before, so I'm going to run into this Brute. He didn't have Immortal Coil before, as long as he didn't top deck one since. I'm going to try to trade these things off. Cult Master, not bad. So now I'm hoping that he misses. Oh, he went for my face, but he missed and hit my creature. It doesn't, by the way, mathematically it makes no difference whether you target the opponent, and, you know, it's 50-50 either way. So we will kill the Cult Master, but he is now up a card. And I end up playing my cheapest minion, because it made no sense to waste the buffer to just to throw this out there to have it die. So it's some mana inefficiency here. He does have a lot of cards. He's actually got card advantage against me already, even though he hasn't life tapped before. Matter Bomber, well, it's gonna kill my thing most likely. Oh, it actually didn't. Holy ballsack Christ. Well, I could Cult Master throw in to get a card, but the problem is then, I mean, I can't finish this thing off. So I am just gonna Starfire it. I go up a card this way. Swing in his face. Pass the turn. I could see Grove Tender maybe being used in like anti-miracle decks maybe. Sort of like a Cold Light Oracle type thing that doesn't suck as much. Wow, Spider Tank is a 3/4 for 3. That whoa! They made a 3/4 for 3. Holy crap. Never thought that would happen, but here it is. A 3-4 for 3. Well, that's cool and all. But anyway, yeah, I'm in deep-ass trouble. Jeez, do I want to give us both a card? A card's pretty valuable to him. More so than to me. I think I'm going to go for the mana crystal here. I don't think it would be wise to get a card right now. So, I can only play one of my minions, unfortunately. This is a 2-4. This is a 3-2. That would make this a 3-5, but it would just die. I can play Mark on Nature just to have a 2-8 taunt. Alright, we'll go for this. I don't know if I need the right call. We'll see. Both have 4 health, so he's gonna have to work at it a little bit to kill either one of them. And with luck, I can play this Cleric and the Mark of Nature next turn. Or if he runs them into my stuff, then they become vulnerable to Starfall. Salty Dog is a 7-4 for 5. Wow. He silences this, but of course it makes no difference. 7-4 for 5. Very interesting indeed. That's correct. That is actually the first minion in Hearthstone to have correct stats for 5 mana. A 5 mana minion should have a total of 11 stats, and this is the first neutral 5 mana minion. Wow, interesting stuff here so far. I am liking this expansion. Alright, so I could do Wolf Rider, Cult Master. But then I can't I need a Starfall here, clearly. So what I need to do is Wolf Rider, Cult Master, and Starfall. So Cult Master it up. Wolf, okay, that could be useful, but not yet. And Starfall. Yeah, this thing isn't as good as it looks. Most spells that are played are gonna be killing it. I don't know that the +1 attack matters that much. I guess it's good against the coin. That's kind of nifty. Alright, Colded Oracle. Ha, hilarious. Well, I think that's fine by me. Because he has built-in card draw and I don't, so if he wants to give us both cards, I'm okay with it. Micro Machine at the start of each turn, gain 1 attack. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, got a lot of different things that I could do here. I need to think quite carefully about my choice. I could play the Geomancer and Starfall for 3 damage across the board. That would enable the Cult Master to actually kill that Warden. I could play the Wolf Rider, run in, get a card. I could play the Wolf Rider and the Wolf, run in for 4 damage, get a card. Kill that off. And then I could Starfall. This thing would be left with 1 health. I don't see the point of cashing this out for a card, though. So why don't we just play this? Play this. We'll kill this thing off. Like so. And now I'm gonna play Shattered Sun. Let me think about this. What am I vulnerable to? Hellfire. Okay, so let's work around Hellfire. Let's heal up my Cult Master. So it's like a Chillwind Yeti that has a pretty big benefit. The problem, of course, is that it has taunt, so all minions are gonna have to attack it. But I've got charging, and I've got a minion already on the table who could get me more cards off of it. He has another Salty Dog. That's not a big deal, though, because I can actually kill everything off. I need to worry about fatigue a little bit, but no, I'm fine. So we're going to play the Wolf Rider here. Wait, let me think about the right way to do this. Doopity 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 doo. It doesn't actually matter. Okay, so we're going to do Wolf Rider, Direwolf. Wolf Rider goes in here, gets the kill. I think the Geomancer has done its job, so I'll trade it out for a card. If I didn't have the Cult Master out, I would of course have buffed it so it didn't die. And okay, he concedes. Good old Cult Master. I'm definitely happy about Mark of Nature over Ironbark Protector that game. I even have a 5-win quest, which who knows, I might be able to get. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and or subscribe. We're going to be back soon with some more Goblins vs. Gnomes Arena. Take care.